All right, this is kind of a quick fix video. I've had issues with every time I make a ammo can, and I think I'm starting from the right setting. So inevitably, something doesn't work out quite right, and things are ducked up, for lack of a better term. And I'll give you an example or two. So here's a can that the settings weren't quite right for that main emblem, engraved, and it didn't cut down as far as I wanted. Then that smaller one, you can see I used a different setting and got the result I wanted. So I turned this can into a little bit of a test subject for practicing, running test patterns and different stuff. This lid has been engraved several times over each other just to test settings and alignment, and the front as well. So the can becomes useless other than for test subjects. There's still value in the functionality of an ammo can, right? So I wanted to come up with a way to make better use of it. So what I ran yesterday was just this other pattern of stars over it, and what I call the mess ups I have over in What the Duck toy company, I call those duck ups. Example, this is what the duck was supposed to be like. It's this sudsy beer. So like these are the bubbles in the beer, and the head or the foam on top and bottle cap, right? But if something got misaligned, and if it creates a duck of lesser quality of what I will sell, I call that a duck up. Now, I haven't sold duck ups yet. I may at some point. I've got a whole box of duck ups, probably 100 or so of them. And it may be something very small like this one. It's just, you probably can't even see it on camera here, but just offset, if the lighting gets right. Things are just offset by like a millimeter, and well, anyway, it's a factory second, considered a duck up. You can't sell it. So what's the equivalent for a ValorCraft can? I don't think I should call it duck up. I want to integrate that Japanese philosophy or technique of, I want to get the word right, Kintsugi, which means golden joinery. And so when they had a broken piece of pottery, or when repairing a broken piece of pottery, they'd apply this art of Kintsugi, which is literally called golden joinery. So they'd mix lacquer with powdered gold, silver, or platinum, and it highlights the flaw rather than just throwing the pot away or something. So you're drawing attention to the mistake or the fissure or the crack and accentuating it instead, making it a feature. So I've figured this would be a good way to salvage the can. I don't think it's worth shipping these. Won't be worth the price of shipping. It's going to cost me $15 to ship it. You can just buy a blank can for $20 or get them on sale for less at the Harbor Freight. So maybe locally, once I get a bunch of these, and right now I've got maybe 5 or 6 cans, or maybe I just use them myself. But I didn't want to put duck up. I think it's not the vibe I'm going for. So I came up with something different. I'm going to engrave one now, and then you'll see what I came up with. I'll show you at the end. But before I do pop it in, I do want to show you the before. This one's been overprinted twice, more for alignment and settings. So 2 different names on the bottom, or one says United States Marine Corps, I think, and the guy's name on top, and then the warrant officer, Eagle Rising, with 5 warrant officer ranks, and then beneath that, the Eagle Anchoring Globe, or Eagle Globe Anchor, I think they call it EGA, the Marine Corps crest or logo or whatever you want to call it. So this is the before. And the way it goes, I do 2 passes, and let's say it's going pretty well. This will be fine. And this is like watching paint dry, so I'll check back in a second. It's on its second pass now. Got my hand inside the laser. I got to pull it back out before it reaches me. But I think those settings are pretty good. Seems to be clearing the first pass kind of gets the top layer, and then the second pass really cleans it up well. So probably just going to leave a 2 pass on this one. And now that we've solved the problem of the ammo can duck ups, perhaps you could help me decide what to do with whiskey glass duck ups. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with a dozen kind of B stock, poor quality whiskey glasses with someone else's name on them. So something similar, perhaps, although the results on glass might be a little different. But anyway, put your comments in the comment box below, and we'll see what your thoughts are. All right, how did it turn out? Pretty good overall, I think. I didn't take too much care in making sure it was completely flat, level in all directions, which will affect how it engraves. Like toward the edge, you can see where it's a little bit lighter, didn't get through, but off to the edges, it's kind of like that. Otherwise, it's pretty darn consistent. In the middle, it's a little bit lighter as well, but I'm looking at the can in the right light, and it dips down a little bit. So the distance is off there, which takes the focus off a little bit, which accounts for that. But otherwise, in the right light, you can make out second strike. And then down in the corner down here, which might be even harder to see in this video, and I'll take a second shot of it. It says second strike number 26-0, very much in a way that we in the military number things, the 2-digit year, which usually it's like the classes and stuff, courses. It's like a 2601 will be the first class of 2026, right? So this is the first second strike can of 2026, and then it says ValorCraft Workshop beneath that, which is gonna, depending on what's already on the can, how well that will stand out. So I think this is what we'll go with. Anyway, there's the second strike number 26-01 ValorCraft Workshop in that bottom left corner. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the lids, because the lids are a lot of stuff on those too. So I'll just have to do a different overlay for the right size on those. And those can just say second strike. I don't necessarily have to get a serial number on those. We'll just do it with the can. And then this side will do good too. I might just leave this for a little bit while I use it as a test subject for another can. And then eventually, once it gets gummed up a bit, I will do a second strike can. Or I might do it now so that I got my first one out there. If anyone wants to buy it, who wants Collector Series Limited Edition number 1, 2601. Anyway, that is my quick fix for the day, and that's how I solved it. And I got a lot of cleaning to do. Got about a 3-hour sprint right now to get the shop cleaned up and prepped for my next project, as February is my month of subtraction and finishing things and clearing out some stuff. It's going to start with clearing some stuff out so I can finish a project I've got going that I need the flat horizontal space to do it. All right. That's all for now. Talk to you later.